The girl never expected it. She had put all her attribute points into defense. Now, none of the monsters she encountered could hurt her. A rabbit monster charged at her for a full hour while she cheered it on. Maple wasn't harmed at all. Instead, she unlocked the skill Absolute Defense. Her defense stat instantly doubled, jumping from 128 to 256. The rabbit monster eventually died, bashing itself against her shield in despair. Its sacrifice leveled Maple up to level 2. She put all her new points into defense again. A little bee flew over and stung her. Maple was surprised to find that the bee's attack did nothing, but its venom still caused poison damage. She started losing health. Maple turned and tried to run away. While being repeatedly hit by poison, she unlocked the skill Poison Resistance. To level up her poison resistance, Maple lay on the ground and played dead. Thanks to the bee's hard work, her poison resistance reached the intermediate level. She also gained a large amount of experience. Maple jumped all the way to level 8. She also earned the skill Underdog Triumph and a bee ring. The bee ring allowed automatic HP recovery. With Underdog Triumph and Absolute Defense, Maple's defense was now quadrupled, reaching a terrifying 616. Maple felt a bit tired. She lay down by the roadside and fell asleep. A group of small monsters swarmed around her. A passing player took a screenshot and shared it online. Maple instantly became famous. People spread the story of a pretty girl who could sleep peacefully while surrounded by monsters. Everyone wanted to know the name of such a tough girl. Maple was woken by a system alert. She had been under continuous attack for 3 hours without moving. That's how she unlocked the skill Meditation. After defeating all the monsters around her, Maple reached level 11. She put all her attribute points into defense again. Back in the city, Maple noticed other players had fancy gear. She was still wearing her starter outfit. She walked into a player-run equipment shop. The cheapest shield cost 1 million gold, but the shop owner pointed toward the eastern hills. There was a dungeon with a poison dragon that dropped valuable loot. She warned that the monsters there were pretty strong. As a welcome gift, the senior player gave Maple several health potions. After saying goodbye, the senior watched Maple head out.
まさか一人でダンジョンに行ったりしないわよね、あの子。
いや、まさかだろ。
Sure enough, Maple was going straight for the poison dragon. With her poison resistance and the potions, Maple thought she could handle it. Inside the cave, Maple first encountered several slimes, but with zero agility, she couldn't use her dagger effectively, so she used her shield to crush the slimes instead. That's how she learned the skill shield attack. Finally, Maple reached the deepest part of the cave. She pushed open a large door. A three-headed poison dragon glared fiercely at her. Maple immediately pulled out her small knife to defend herself, but the dragon sprayed poison from all three mouths, melting her knife and shield instantly. Even Maple's high defense couldn't fully resist the dragon's deadly poison. She quickly drank her health potions. Her health bar swung between full and near empty repeatedly.
どうしようなくなるのとどっちが先か。
Just as Maple used her last potion, a system alert sounded. She had gained poison immunity. The dragon's attacks were useless now, but facing such a huge beast, Maple had a problem. She still couldn't fight back. Then the dragon grabbed Maple and lifted her into the air. She tried hitting it with her small fists, but it did no damage. Staring into its wide open mouth, Maple had an idea. She took a big bite right into the dragon's tongue. The dragon roared in pain and threw her down. Maple ran to its feet and started biting its claws. It was dealing damage, but it didn't taste good. Helpfully, the dragon breathed fire at its own foot, which grilled the meat with a spicy flavor. Now Maple ate even more eagerly. She bit the poison dragon until it died. From this, she gained the skills Devour and Poison Dragon, allowing her to use all of the dragon's magic. Now Maple had both attack and defense covered. A treasure chest appeared on the ground. She opened it to find a glowing, unique outfit. If damaged, it would repair itself instantly. Her luck was absolutely unreal. Not long ago, Maple was testing her new skill. She accidentally discovered that by eating monsters, she could gain their abilities. So, Maple started her plan to devour every monster in the game. After eating a whole swarm of 7 spotted ladybugs, Maple gained the skill Bomb Eater and another skill called Gluttony. Maple never expected that because of this gluttony skill, she'd get targeted by the game developers. The first in-game event since launch began. It lasted 3 hours. During that time, players fought in a free-for-all. The top 3 players by points would receive special limited edition rewards. Since Maple had no agility points, she moved very slowly. She decided to stay in one spot and wait for players to come to her. Soon, a swordsman approached. He told Maple not to hold it against him. The event rules were survival of the fittest. Then he was devoured by Maple's shield.
Okay.
3 men saw Maple's ability to one-shot other players. They decided to team up and surround her.
パラライズスタート。
Spectators watching the event were stunned. No matter who attacked her, her shield just swallowed them one by one. In just a short time since the event started, she had already defeated hundreds of players. Other players then decided to unite and take down Maple, the game breaker, first. But Maple's defense was simply too high. Ordinary attacks couldn't even scratch her. So, the players decided to use long-range magic to take her out. But unfortunately, Maple also had ranged magic. She summoned her poison dragon, and with one poison breath, she overwhelmed all the attacking players. After dealing with that wave, the event fairy notified Maple that she had advanced to 3rd place. From then on, the locations of the top 3 players players would be shown on the map. Defeating them would award a large amount of points. In other words, Maple would face even more players coming after her. Before the announcement even finished, players already found Maple. A guy charged in first, swinging a triple axe attack at Maple's waist, but Maple wasn't hurt at all. She just used her shield to devour him. Then Maple released poison gas from her shield. Other players, seeing the situation turn bad, tried to flee, but Maple wasn't about to let easy points slip away. She used a paralyzing roar to stun them, then let the poison gas spread rapidly, mowing down players left and right. The poison gas also enveloped the entire pavilion she was in, making other players too afraid to approach. When the event ended, Maple placed third. Everyone's jaws dropped. Maple was only level 20, yet she had effortlessly defeated countless players in their 30s and 40s during the event. Once again, Maple became famous. In this event, Maple defeated 2,028 players, while taking 0 damage herself. Players nicknamed her the Moving Fortress. Those who fought her said it felt like she was the event's final boss. Maple's real-life friend, Sally, also joined the game. Maple shared her all-defense build with Sally, but Sally didn't want to follow the same path. Sally was a gaming pro. Over the years, she had won countless gaming awards. Sally decided to put all her points into agility instead, becoming a speed-based fighter that no one could hit. The game launched its second server-wide event. All players would collect silver coins across the event map. Once they gathered 10 silver coins, they could exchange them for 1 gold coin. Gold coins could later be traded for skills and equipment after the event. At the same time, players could also steal gold coins from each other. Overall, it was a treasure-hunting battle royale. After entering the event map, Maple and Lisa immediately set off to search for treasure. But after looking for a long time, they hadn't found a single thing. Just as they began to doubt their luck, Maple suddenly disappeared. Then, her voice called out from below the ground. Lisa leaned down to look and found that Maple had fallen into a hidden area. Only Maple could stumble upon something like this. She truly had legendary luck. Maple told Lisa to come down quickly, because she sensed something special about this place. Sure enough, the two found a large door at the end of a passage, but as soon as they stepped inside, a jester launched a surprise attack on Lisa. Maple immediately used cover charge to shield Lisa. Seeing the sneak attack fail, the jester turned and fled. Lisa maximized her movement speed to chase after it. Maple, being too slow, simply used cover charge as a mobility skill instead. Then the jester caught them off guard again, striking Maple and sending her flying, but the damage dealt to Maple was 0. Lisa used super acceleration to appear behind the jester and attacked its back. The jester turned around in pain to counterattack, but couldn't touch Lisa at all. Meanwhile, Maple summoned her poison dragon from behind and used poison breath to inflict toxin damage on the jester. The jester had never felt so humiliated in its life. Finally, overwhelmed with frustration, it was literally defeated by the two of them. Next came opening the treasure chest. Unsurprisingly, the two lucky players once again obtained a legendary great item, directly receiving 2 silver coins. Then, using a nearby teleportation circle, they returned to the surface. Afterward, they decided to head toward a distant snow mountain. Along the way, Lisa discovered another magic circle. Just as she was about to call Maple over, she noticed Clem approaching from afar. Seeing Lisa's guarded expression, Clem quickly stated he meant no harm. Maple also didn't want to fight Clem. Upon learning that the magic circle could only be entered by one party at a time, Maple generously offered the spot to Clem. After all, Clem had helped her out before. Lisa had no objections either. Though Clem felt a little embarrassed, he eventually accepted. After thanking Maple, he entered the circle with his party, and the circle closed behind them. However, just as Maple and Lisa were about to leave, the magic circle suddenly reactivated. There was only one possible explanation. The monsters inside were too strong, and Clem's party had been completely wiped out. After discussing it, the two decided to enter and investigate. As soon as they stepped inside, 2 giant ice pillars shot toward them. Then a massive ice bird appeared before them. The ice bird spread its wings, and countless ice spikes instantly rained down on the two. To conserve uses of her devour skill, Maple simply tanked the attack with her body. Fortunately, this attack didn't have armor-piercing effects. The ice bird then summoned an even larger ice pillar and hurled it toward Maple. Maple didn't dare take it head-on, so she used Devour to consume the pillar instead. Lisa seized the opportunity to charge at the ice bird. Seeing it couldn't hit her, the ice bird resorted to an area of effect attack. Luckily, Maple used cover charge to block it for her. Then Lisa rushed toward the ice bird again. The ice bird chose to clash with her directly. Thanks to their seamless teamwork, Maple successfully devoured one of the icebird's legs. Then she summoned her poison dragon again, biting directly into the icebird's body. But to the icebird, this was barely a scratch. After all, this was a boss that the developers had strengthened. It easily resisted Maple's poison dragon, and its health bar only dropped slightly. Learning from this, the icebird grew wiser. It immediately used an armor-piercing skill. Seeing her health finally drop, Maple quickly activated meditation to heal herself. Lisa also hurriedly cast healing magic on Maple. The icebird couldn't make progress, so it temporarily stopped attacking. Maple and Lisa seized the chance to split up and act separately. Lisa flanked it from behind for a sneak attack, while Maple lifted her great shield and faced the icebird head-on. Under their coordinated assault, the icebird became disoriented, so it activated its ultimate skill, aiming at Lisa. Maple saw this, used cover charge to reach her, then activated protection, tanking the icebird's ultimate attack entirely. Although she successfully withstood the blow, Maple's remaining uses of Devour dropped to just 1. Now the icebird was fully enraged. It darkened and entered a frenzied state, then charged directly at Maple. Maple used her final Devour, colliding with the icebird head-on, but the empowered icebird was simply too strong. Even the Devour skill couldn't fully absorb its energy. Maple was sent flying by the icebird, and all her equipment was shattered in the impact. However, Maple's equipment automatically repairs itself, and each time it breaks, it becomes stronger than before. Just then, the iceberg charged at Lisa instead. Maple stepped in once more to block the attack for her, but her equipment was shattered again by the iceberg. With such a perfect opening created by Maple, Lisa certainly wouldn't waste it. She used her own skill to create an illusion, drawing the enemy's attention. By now, the iceberg's energy was nearly depleted. By the time it realized something was wrong, Lisa had already brought Maple behind the iceberg. Incredibly, Maple was now down to just 1 HP. It turned out that when her shield shattered earlier, she had comprehended a new skill. If her health fell below 10% while protecting an ally, no matter what kind of attack she faced, she could reduce her HP to 1 to completely negate the damage.